I think it's really important that we tell the country what is going on with this mega embassy. We are very worried as the Conservative Party that it could end up being a disaster, a base for spying. We've seen the actions of the Chinese government in other places. There's a lot to be worried about. Impromptu police stations being used to house people who are abducted and arrested ultra-virus. And I'm also generally worried about the government's approach to China. I think Keir Starmer wants to go to Beijing next week, but actually he is not paying attention to the real worries that people have around national interest. Well, we haven't seen anything. We don't know whether the Prime Minister has overruled them. He might say that he hasn't. But as we saw with the spying case, where Labour completely bungled a case that should have been an open goal, they know how to write things in such a way that it looks ambivalent when actually the wording is quite strong. So because I don't trust the government, I would like to hear very clearly exactly why it is safe to have this mega embassy with all of the concerns that have been raised, with all of the concerns that we do have with China, whether it's spying, disrupting a lot of our services, issues with trade, the harassment of British nationals with connections to China, the harassment of the people of Hong Kong. There is so much that we're concerned about. And when we look at what's happening around the world, we need a government that's going to be acting in our national interest. A lot has changed since then. Look at the world. You look at what's happening with Russia's war in Ukraine. You look at what's happening in Venezuela. It is becoming an increasingly dangerous world. And what we see is an axis of authoritarian states, Russia, Iran, China. They're collaborating, they're working together against the British national interest. What I want to see is a Prime Minister with a backbone who can stand toe-to-toe with the Chinese leader and say, no, we're not going to have this until you explain what's happening with the spying, until you explain what's happening with trade disruption, undercutting British businesses. There's so much that's going wrong, and that's what I want to see from our Prime Minister.
Reform UK and devise its constituency. Please welcome Mr. Kruger to give his remarks.
You are doing a brave thing standing here this afternoon. We oppose this embassy because we know that the Chinese Communist Party does not believe in freedom. They will spy on Britain from this embassy, just as they are spying on all of you who are here today. So I want to honour your courage.
Giant mega embassy, he was tried to strike a deal on that basis. And how do we think China will respond to such cowardice? I think they will look at Britain as weak and they will strike a deal on that basis. But it doesn't have to be this way. Instead, Prime Minister Keir Starmer.
Okay, someone suggests protect our country. That is real because the China mega embassy will harm everyone in this country. Do you agree? Yes. No China mega embassy. No China mega embassy.
We are here, politicians and others, with you because we believe in freedom. Freedom in the United Kingdom and freedom one day in China. And the reality for us right now.
So I speak right now as the leader of the opposition, the leader of the Conservative Party. I stand with you. I tell you that I will always fight for freedom, and I am calling on the government to stop this decision. We do not want a country that spies on our MPs having this super embassy right here. And I will do everything within my power to continue speaking on your behalf. All of you here today are so brave. I see the bravery. I know how difficult it is. I do not want you to be spied on. I do not want you to be hounded. I do not want you to be chucked into a makeshift police station. This is a free country. We must always guarantee freedom, and we need a government with a backbone and a Prime Minister who is not weak, who will look after our national interests and make sure that he supports British values, of which freedom is the primary one. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all of you. I'm so